I am going to try and attempt to show you how I do this, because I really don't know how I do, but I want to try. It's the rectangle granny square, obviously by the title of the video, but it is very much like a granny square. It's just the beginning that I have issues with, so we're gonna see how this goes. I don't know how many tries this is gonna take me, but to start, again, slip knot, and like with the other one, I'm probably not gonna, with the triangle one, just like that, I'm probably not gonna be keeping this, so I won't be weaving it in or anything like that, but anyway, to start it, you want to chain, I think it's 24 or something, and then you can increase it beyond that by 3s. Why that is, I have no idea, otherwise it really doesn't work. So, because I learned the term, you chain it, do 1, 2, all the way to 24, so I will be right back, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, once you have 24 on here, you want to make sure that it's 24, otherwise not gonna work. And then you want to, like, if you want to make it longer, you can do 3 more, like in multiples of 3, and then it'll just be a longer rectangle, you know, like more long. But yeah, once you have 24 at least to start, wrap it around your hook and then go into the 6th stitch, or the 6th chain, whatever you want to call it, away from your hook. That way, like, you're gonna create the end of the rectangle. So just double crochet like you do granny square, but you want to do 3 into the same stitch, the same 6th one away, just like a normal granny square stitch, the 3 pattern. So you do the 3, and then you chain 1, just like a normal granny square, and then you want to skip 2, that way it won't be too tight. Again, I've made this mistake, but you want to skip 2 and go into the, you know, the 3rd one, I guess, away, and then do another 3 all the way across. So you do 3, skip 2, all the way till you reach the end of it. So it won't get too tight, basically, is the issue. Because I've done the skip 1 because I thought that would be fine. Because you're only chaining 1, I thought it would be too bunchy, kind of, I guess. So I tried that, and that, it was not good. It didn't, the center was just like a rock, kind of. It did not budge. So it wasn't very comfy once it was big, so I tore it all apart and redid it completely when I finished, once I realized that that was not going to work. But yeah, just continue doing 3 in each, you know, after you skip 2, you do the 1, and then you do 3. I'm going to do the rest of this row, and then I will be right back. Alright, once you make it to the end, it should look something like this. I know there's a big loop here, but that'll make sense in a minute, because now, once you, again, make it to the edge of, you do all of them, you're going to chain 5. So it'll look like that, and then you want to go, like, on the top of here, and just do, like, a slip stitch. So you just wrap your yarn around and then pull it through both loops. So it's, like, blended in, and you have this big gap just like the other side, so they both match. And then you want to go through again and slip stitch into the big opening. So that way it won't be like this when you're gonna do the next 3, basically. So this is where it's kind of exactly like a normal granny square. You just chain, I like to chain 2, but you can do 3 if that's what works for you. But chain 2 and then do 2 double crochets into the opening, just like normal everyday granny square. Yeah, just just like that. And that's the first part of this second row, or the other side of the row. Chain 1 and do 3 in here, and then repeat it to the end of the row until you reach over here, or at least this one, and then I'll be back and show you what to do. Alright, once you made it across, it'll look like that, like a mustache. I just saw myself in the camera. But it'll look like that, and it looks very uneven, because it is. And you just chain 1 to start doing the corner, and you do 3 doubles into the edge here, just like you did all the way across, but obviously this one's going to be slightly different because you're starting the other edge of the rectangle. So this is going to be like the first official row, or round, whatever you call it. But there's 3, and now you chain 3. And then you're gonna do another 3 doubles right here. So that's that chain 3 that you just did are the first, or is the first corner for the rectangle. So it's almost there. It's getting there. But there's 3, and chain another 3 for the other side of the corner. Obviously the other side of the corner, but chain, and then do another 3 doubles into the same big opening. Like this one, it gets a lot because it's the corner. There's 3, and then chain 1. So that's the first corner. Yes, I know the opening is kind of big, but it'll match afterwards. You can also do, like, if it's like huge, you can do like 3 or 4 on the corners, but I do recommend the 6 because otherwise the whole edge, or 5 I guess, because you went into the 6th stitch. Sorry, that was confusing, because it'll mess up the whole rest of the way, so I recommend doing that. But after you chain the 1, you just go back across with 3 doubles into each of the big spaces, and then I will show you again once you make it to the other side, so be right back. Alright, once you make it to the end, just like the other side, you want to chain 1 and then do 3 doubles into the side. It's exactly like this side. There's a hair on my arm, that's very annoying. But you want to chain 1 and then do 3 doubles into the big end. Just, you're going to do the exact same thing as the other side of it. My camera is really high. But you want to do those 3 and then chain 3. And then another 3 into the same loop. It's identical to this side. So I'm going to do this one real quick and then be right back and show you what to do at the very, very end. Okay, got the corner. You do have to adjust it, obviously, to make it, match. But that's the first bit, the first round, full round. But chain 1, and then you're going to close it by going into this top stitch up here. And then just slip stitch. I believe that's what it's called anyway. That's what I call it. And then that is a full round, all the way around. I know it looks really, really long right now, but trust me, the longer you go with this, the shorter it's gonna look, even though it's weird, because the first time I tried this, I was like, that looks ridiculous. That's gonna just be a silly sized rectangle. Like, it's gonna be way longer than it is the short side, but it's really not. So trust me on that one, it will look more shaped better. But yeah, to start the next round, you just do the chain 2 like you started the other one, and then 3 in here, and then all the way across. And it's identical to a granny square from this point on. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do like 1 or 2 more rounds to do the sped up thing, because I enjoy that. And then I will finish it. So I will be right back after I get another yoga block because I feel like I'm really low and the camera's really high today. Alright, this is how it's gonna turn out. This is only 2 rows around, but it starts to look less weird after a while. Like, it starts to look more even after a while. Yeah, this video is mostly for the starting of it, because that's what I have troubles with, and I figured if I have troubles with it, I'm sure I'm not the only one, so I hope that helps you figure that one out, because it is challenging. And I know it's a little late now, but just like any other beginning of the project, you can weave it in with a tapestry needle or wrapping it around your hook and just kind of crocheting it in. I didn't bother because, again, I'm going to be taking this apart probably, just because I don't really need another rectangle blanket at the moment, so that'll be coming apart. But I hope that was helpful and I wasn't too absolutely confusing with that, because I don't exactly know how to explain it, and whenever I do it, it takes me like 5 times each time to try and figure out how to start it, because I get very confused and then it won't work. So yeah, hopefully it was helpful and it wasn't too absolutely confusing. I'm going to show you one more thing real quick, just because I think it's funny why my camera's so high this time. Oh, and I have this. This is one that I did longer ways. So it's really, really long, but it looks more like a rectangle at the end. So, yeah. I'm going to flip you around and let you see what I have you on, because it's pretty funny. Give me 1 second. This is what you were standing on. An upside down pot. And it was a lot taller than I thought it was. So, yeah, that's why you were so high. And I'm sitting on yoga blocks. Well, now I'm not. I just fell off of them purposely, but so you could see. Yeah, an upside down pot. That's a little bit too tall for what I was using it for. But it works, so I'll probably use it again. I just need to remember to use 2 yoga blocks instead of 1 like I did last time. But, let me put you back down. But thank you for watching, and I hope that helped you figure out how to do that, and I wasn't absolutely confusing. Yeah, because that one can be quite challenging. But thanks for watching.